This song couldn't be any more appropriate for what's going on right now.
What is it? Video kill the radio star.
Hopefully, we are streaming to Govs. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully, somebody will confer with us. But
Tony Walker seems to think we'll be good.
quarantine life with myself, Jeff Bosey, and my good friend Rich Rita. Rita, which one do you like?
Rita.
Which one did everyone like call you?
Well, I like Rita because that's what it is.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'm going to ask you a quarantine quiz while we're on this.
Yeah.
How long are we on the air for?
How long we're on the air for? What, together, me and you, right now? It should be about 2 minutes.
No, how long are we going to be on for?
Oh, we're going to try to stay on for about 55 minutes.
All right.
But I don't know. Can't see if it's going. Oh, there we go. We are going. So, all right. Great stuff. Okay. So, anyways, how you doing, buddy?
Talking to me?
I'm talking to you because now we're stuck at home on a Sunday, and we were supposed to have a show called No Rhyme, No Reason, and it was supposed to start just before that other crew, Domestic Disturbance, spread the coronavirus all over the studio, and they had to close it down.
Do we believe it was them?
I don't know. I mean, you had one that had the hepatitis C cough or whatever he was going on, and then and then it's just spread around, and then all of a sudden it was like, that's it. We're shutting it down. We're closing it up. Nobody's leaving or nobody's coming in, and that was it. We were supposed to have our show started, and that was it. Corona took over.
So, I mean, it seems like what you're saying, and I'm paraphrasing, that the coronavirus saved Governor's Radio by basically killing off our show. What we're going to do.
Yeah, and hence, I guess it kind of did, because then everyone would have been spared the idiocracy that would have came off of you or I.
Yes, mostly you, but I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So how's your quarantine going, buddy?
Well, as far as going ahead and just during the rest of the week, I'm going to work. But other than that, it sucks because I can't go do anything during the weekends. There's nothing to do. You can't go to a comedy club. Can't go to a beach. Can't go to a restaurant. Not that I would go to a beach anyways, because how pale and pasty I am. But other than that, it's dealing with the day in and the day out. How about on your end?
Well, it's I guess this is 5 weeks now of this. Well, first I want to back up. I don't know if your wife is listening to the show, but you don't have to pretend you've been going to work every day. I mean, you could just say, I thought we had a little understanding. You were just going to give me a signal.
Listen, she wouldn't listen to this if I paid her more money.
You know what? She gets smarter every time you talk about her.
Thank you.
But we've been holed up pretty much 5 weeks now. Trying to, because we have a little different situation. My Christine's parents live right next door to us, and they're in their 80s. And so we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get them sick. And then my mom is in a nursing home. We haven't seen her in 5 or 6 weeks now, at least, because they're on lockdown. They've done a pretty good job with the nursing homes, thank God. As far as lockdown, anyway, I mean, the virus is unfortunately has affected some places, but so I don't know when we'll be able to see her. But it's been crazy. I mean, we're used to going out and making the trips, governors, brokerage, even hitting out at McGuire's and catching shows. I know you go to more open mics than I do, but, and see everybody. But
Well, I had to keep in the know. I got to know it all.
yeah,
Because of my quote unquote title that I had, which was the mayor, the comedy mayor of Long Island. Oh, listen, before we even get any further into this, a huge thank you to Tim Saliani for helping us get this all started. He bared with me for about an hour because I am as tech savvy as the other person, Bonnie Scalisi, that has another show on Govs. But I was sitting there, it was like work, and then to top it off, I love how he called my laptop an etch a sketch. That was completely the point, the T.
that's an insult to Etch a Sketch. I mean, I have to be honest, listening in, I guarantee you that Tim would have been happier if he was still in the hospital than helping you with this. It was horrifying.
It was quite scary. It was like teaching a toddler how to walk for the first time with multiple mistakes. And the fact is that this toddler is 41 and still can't do anything.
Well, I think the best part is that we now, or I know anyway, maybe everyone else will know now, that I feel like your home computer still has Windows Vista on it. You might be the only guy in the country who has it.
I have no. He's like right now. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I started a watch party, and now I'm turning into somebody else. I don't know. Well, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Whatever. I don't know how to work any piece of electronic. I'm horrible. This is why I would have loved if shit got back to normal and we could be in the studio where we could have had either, go for one or go for two that stays and lives at Govs and operate it all. Like we could have had Sally, could have had Tony, one of the operators, somebody, anybody. Just go like, okay, guys, you're on, click, and all the fancy, equipment that's inside Governors, and we could have been doing it there. But no, I get shitty curtains in the background, a picture of I don't even know who the hell these people are. They're apparently family members, and like this is a lot better setting than I had when we were first starting, where I had my son's like Da Vinci artwork all behind me, which is I can't even explain it. It's like he took over the house, and he painted the chapel of whatever the hell it was of whatever he's in school, and it's all over the place. It's taken over. I lock up my room so this way none of his. Don't get me wrong. I love my son to death. I love all the things he does because I have to. Um, but it's like it's on our front window. It's in the dining room. There's might be some stuff in the bathroom. There's stickers all over the place. I actually have to like lock up my room, quarantine it from like adolescents climbing in there, and I don't need any more of that stuff. I'd rather just like retreat to a room that's like just dead inside, like me. But
You're
anyways,
you're
I'll
you're
digress. You
probably one
go
of the
ahead.
only guys. You're one of the only guys I know whose backdrop was more offensive than his browser history.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And God knows what's on your browser history, but that backdrop was painful. I mean, I
Listen, it's
I
only
I at least got a beautiful background of the little room at Govs with this handsome guy on stage, whoever this guy is. He looks like a superstar. Um, and you had ice cream stick pictures, and I don't even know what the hell else was going on back there. So clearly, quarantine is not slowing down crafts at the Bosie residence.
It hasn't slowed down anything. I mean, like he still has to do schoolwork. I mean, I have two kids in the house here. The reason why I say kids is because in order for you to get to adulthood, you gotta get the fuck out of my house. Okay, that's the one thing. So I have two kids in here, and they both do as equal amount of artwork as possible. Um, but it's like one is being the homeschool thing, and I'm going to myself. We're closing the schools until September because face it, we're not going back For what? Maybe a week in June? Who are you going to piss off more? The kids or the teachers?
Well, this is probably a first for the Bosie house that somebody won't be in summer school,
You're such an ass.
huh? I
Listen,
mean, I guess you could say you didn't have to go this year because you're not going back till September. But
listen.
I mean, it's a technicality.
Just because I majored in high school for 6 years doesn't mean I didn't try.
Fair enough. So, Bose, I got some questions for you since we're talking about our quarantine lives here.
Shoot.
I know you're working, which commendable. I know you're working, and I know it's got to be a pain in the ass going in every day because you got to go through the whole ritual, and when you get home, because then you don't want to get anybody in the if you've been around anybody, you don't want the family getting contacted with anything. But what do you do? So what's a day in life like? Are you doing once you're home, are you going back out? Are you doing shopping? Are you doing, I know you're one of those guys, specifically you're always playing with like skeletons in your yard and shit.
Okay.
And
Well,
all kinds of.
well, let's see it. For the during the week, what there is a ritual when I do get home, I have to Lysol everything, like from my shoes to my outfit, and then strip down to as much as I could tolerate looking at.
Jesus.
And then I have to like just take whatever I like my regular attire, put it off to the side. I'll wear that the next day because it's Cintas uniform, because I'm a blue collar schmuck. Um,
So far, I can't argue with anything you're saying. Go ahead.
Thank you. But when it comes to the weekend, um, I try I try to do stuff at home. We try to do big blocks of shopping. Like about 2 weeks ago, we spent a huge amount of money and you made sure we had enough. But of course, because I'm a big fat bastard and I have to constantly be eating my cheese sticks, my black and white cookies, and DiGiorno because nothing says top of the line dining than DiGiorno. Uh,
DiGiorno.
so sometimes I run through supplies. Oh my god, and that's the other thing. I I, I need a haircut so bad. Um, yeah, let's not talk about you and your pristine, wonderful hotness of like, no matter what you do, it always looks like you got a fresh haircut.
This is the longest my hair's been in about 20 years. Believe it or not, this is crazy. I usually my Saturday morning ritual is for 20 years. I get a quick buzz and to get rid of the old camouflage the gray on the side there. But now this is like over a month without a haircut. This is like I'm looking like Fabio. This is getting out of control.
It's sexy.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm assuming now I'm going to do a lot of probably video advertising for the club and stuff, and just because of my new hair. um you
So,
can go to work though in your skinny jeans or whatever the hell you're wearing there. So
so back to what I was saying. So I have been trying to do some videos. I've been doing a lot of videos for Don Sill for put up, stand up, stand up, left, right, up, down, A B start for Nintendo, whatever the show's called.
oh, wait a minute,
And
wait,
I've been
what show that's Pazuzu?
yes, Pasusu.
Oh, were you ever on Pazuzu?
Well, yes, I was, Rich.
how
Funny
did
you
you
should
uh
ask.
how did you do, my friend? I guess you probably won the whole thing, huh?
Well, it was like kind of like one of those days at the races where the horses were almost neck and neck. That kind of deal.
I don't remember. Refresh my memory. Who did you play in the finals?
Uh, well, I didn't first anybody in the finals because there wasn't anybody
You uh,
available to be at the finals that day. Just for that, thank you. We're adding now. Thank you. And we wonder why I how I tolerate my good friend Rich.
hey,
Shout
so
out.
somebody was asking about my hat. This is a great hat. I got this. You were talking about Pazuzu, but this is from PSU, Penn State, for Thon. They do every year. Penn State does this massive fundraiser for pediatric cancer. So We have a senior at Penn State, and she's unfortunately her whole last semester has been wiped out, so she's missing out on graduation and everything. But we went for Thon because they were still. This was pre-quarantine.
Okay.
So whoever's asking, this is Thon. So they raised like over $10 million for pediatric cancer at Penn State. It's a great event. They got they go for like, I don't know, 48 hours straight in the auditorium. It's amazing, in the big basketball arena. Very cool event.
Well, that's pretty awesome. You know what I truly do? You know what I truly do like? The fact that we're able to have like that whole thing called a conversation where one person speaks, the other person stays quiet. I mean, it would be amazing if there was another show out there that could have done this. Maybe that other show. What was it? Taxi Talk.
Taxi Talk. It's not ringing a bell. What's Taxi Talk?
I don't know. It has some guy that likes to drive around on the LIE doing like 90 miles an hour because he has a
Uber
taxi license.
The Uber Speak show on.
Yes, that's the one.
Right. Yeah. I heard. Actually, the guys that work, the co-host and the guy on the board are phenomenal.
Yes, they're great.
I'm drawing a blank on the guy that runs it, whatever his name is.
Something Pickle Bucket.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The only thing I can remember about that guy is Pickle Bucket. I don't know why. Nothing else. Pickle Bucket sticks out like the sore thumb.
Well, so Bo's, wait, I have more questions for you for quarantine.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
So you told me about your shopping. I was going to ask you about cooking, but evidently that involves a toaster oven and a microwave for you. So
thank you so much.
You're eating DiGiorno, and what else was it? Black and white cookies, DiGiorno, and what was the other thing?
Cheese sticks, because nothing says moo than having polio string cheese.
So pretty much, I guess when this quarantine's over, you're going to be putting your belt on with a drone.
Actually, it's gotten to the point of where it's like, we add a couple of holes, to the belting that they use over at JFK to move your baggage along.
Right.
So, but real quick, back to I like I said, during the weekends, it's usually making videos, trying to make everybody laugh, trying to put something together to keep comedy going as much as I possibly can. I know all the videos that everyone else puts out, and it kind of scares me a little bit. I don't even understand what they perceive as funny, but whatever, they do it. And then, like I said, the shopping, we tried to do one big bulk. We were supposed to do a big bulk today, but I was like, let me go ahead, do quarantine life with my good friend Rich, and try to bring something out to the public. But what else did you have to ask me? Go ahead, my friend.
Well, so your son is how old now?
He's 7.
And I know he's,
usually
when I talk to you on the weekend, you guys are either at a basketball game or you're doing something. I mean, how's he doing? How's he doing without, because kids 7 years old are usually hanging with their friends. They're doing, going over each other's house. How's he handling basically being, alone, without like classmates and stuff like that?
Well, thank God for the age of technology, like how we're able to see each other right now. So thank God for the age of technology.
I can't see you. I can only see the still life photo of you, but
for this part, but everyone else in Facebook land is able to see my my lovely whatever it is. So thank God for technology, because like if this was going on, back in the 80s or early 90s, kids would have been screwed. They wouldn't have been able to. But then again, the world would have been a better place without all the crap going around on social media. But what he does is he talks to his friends via the iPad, iPod, whatever the hell you call it. And,
iPad.
We can see I'm real like up to date, and and he's able to talk to them that way. But he is starting to feel the pressure, the anxiety of not being able, and doesn't get the fact that, he gets it, but doesn't really understand that, I went ahead, I saw in the store that they had children like masks just for kids. So I bought 2 of them, one for him, one for his friend, and hopefully they can go ahead and maybe one day quarantini like hang out and play. I even play tag, because you're not supposed to touch anybody, like.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
you got corona. I mean, what games do they play? What do they do? You wear a mask,
Fla-
can't touch, can't wear gloves. Okay, so they wear gloves and they play tag. And hide and go find the corona. That might be another new game. I don't know. I mean, what do you do when you bring two kids together? They're used to like, horsing around and running around and being close to each other. And then the basketball games, he was supposed to have like a big award ceremony for what? Because every kid gets an award these days, whether they're in last place, first place, middle place, some place. Even if they didn't play, they get an award. I don't know what happens, but he's missing out on all this, like interaction with his friends, and so he's kind of losing it. For me, I'm just happy I get to get out of the house every day, and that's where I'm at.
Well, I mean, well, first of all, have you shown your son your drawer full of participation trophies? I mean, because clearly you didn't win anything beyond that.
No,
Um, no.
listen, it's so bad when we had that everybody show your stupid Facebook high school graduation picture thing.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing it, and I was like, hell, I'll be one of those idiots. I'll put my Facebook, my high school thing on Facebook, so everyone could go ahead and make fun, like
Yep.
you.
And they did.
And it was a big hit. But then I noticed someone pointed out to me that my first name was spelt wrong in the yearbook. So
You didn't know that?
so for the past whatever, how many years since what was it, 24 years or better, 25
Well,
years.
what year did you get your online GED?
If it
Last
was
year?
a GED, it would have been 1996. But I
Excellent.
got the diploma in 1998. But anyways, so I go ahead. Don't make fun. I go ahead and I notice it's spelled Jeffrey. So it's Jeffrey, not Jeffrey. But I tell everyone just call me Jeff because the name is completely ridiculous to begin with. So
Right.
I had to live with that for the rest of my life. The fact that I can't even I can't even spell, let alone speak, because obviously I can't even notice that my first name was spelled incorrectly. But
Uh,
anyways, I'll
yeah.
digress.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to the most when I know you've been getting out more than most people because you're going to work every day.
Right.
But I mean, socially, you used to be a guy, and I can only imagine what your poor wife's going through because she's not used to you being home every day. But you're a guy that goes to the open mics, and we would go to a lot of the comedy shows
Right.
and all that stuff. What are you missing the most outside of work? Obviously.
Just being able to go ahead and like I said, go to the clubs, possibly have somebody throw me up on that stage if I went ahead and I begged them hard enough. um, and be able to deliver comedy and get out and see all my even whether I hang out with my personal friends, anybody in the comedy community, being able to go out as I please, and just to get out and be able to just communicate with someone other than the people that live in my house. I mean, it's just, I, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love them a lot.
Uh-huh.
But
It sounds like a ringing endorsement if ever I heard one. Um, it,
it's a Sally Struthers commercial.
Jeff, I think we need to address the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Is it coincidence in your eyes because you were with me? So I'm wondering what you think here. Um, the last thing I remember going down in the comedy community was a set performed by Tony Walker.
Yes.
Now, since that set, everything in comedy on Long Island has shut down
And or died and the
and or died. Right. So I guess what I'm saying is coincidence, or do you think there's more to this?
you know what? Considering he was, if you think about it, on Long Island, he was probably the last comic to
He
tell a
was.
joke. If it was pretty funny. It was pretty good. But you know what? I think that everything ceased to exist right after him. So like I said, you'll get to watch like videos that people put out, and they're not as funny as they used to be. I'm watching comedians freak out and they're biting their nails. Like, when are we ever going to get back to work again? You know?
Yep.
And I was like,
Yep.
sitting there, I was like, yeah, it's kind of, we have to put a little bit, just maybe a little bit. Or as Dr. Fedor would say, upon Mr. Walker there.
Do you did you ever realize
So fat.
did you ever realize the craziness
What?
in the comedy community when it came down that like 4 or 5 weeks in, how people are just, how, like I always say, the powder's blown off their donut after like a month of this, that they're just, oof. I mean, some of the reactions, I mean, people are, I've seen everything from, and I don't know what your opinion is because we didn't talk about this, but I guess you could tell me now.
Good.
There are people who actually think that like life as we know it is never getting back to that again. And I totally disagree. I think that we're going to see some real, a lot of things start opening up in another couple of weeks. And sure, you got to be careful. And this could, look, they still don't have a vaccine or a cure, obviously, or a good treatment. But I mean, the fact that people think like everything in social contact is now a thing of the past, like there was just a mushroom cloud over activities. I'm not buying it, but it is funny to see the reaction of guys who, who do comedy or entertainment, if you will, for a living, how basically have just in a month have just packed it in mentally. I mean, I just can't believe it. It's a thing to me. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, you see, the whole thing is that for people, for the entertainers, who are not used to taking off this large of a sabbatical, um, it it is kind of mentally damaging. And I mean, it's just to the point of where you already did the death sentence by closing New York for a month. Now you want to go ahead and push another month on top of it. So you're only adding to the deadline of when people are going to start to re-enter society and want to go back. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I want to get back out there? Absolutely. If I was a person looking to see live entertainment, absolutely. I would love to get back out there and see it. But at the second part of that, you got people in the back of their head going like, but wait a minute. What if somebody's there that wasn't affected, or there's somebody infected? Wait a minute, I wasn't infected with it, but wait a minute. Are they going to sterilize everything? Are we going to be 6 feet apart? How do we have to wear masks inside the club? How do we even laugh if they make a coronavirus joke? What do we do? So, but that, and like I said, anywhere else between Broadway and those other forms of entertainment, it's gonna be a hard startup. So I don't care whether it's you know uh, if it's a whatever politician is involved. That's my whole thing is that you've gone ahead and you instilled the fear. Yes, we got the fear. But the thing is, you're messing with people's psyche, and you're messing with people who did this for a living. You're messing with their income. You screwed everybody by not having a battle plan in place to take care of this. I mean, we could put. Wait, hold on. I'm going to be one of those. You could put somebody on the moon, but you can't find a goddamn cure in about like what is it working on 4 months now? Come on, it's not that serious, to the point of where, well, no, excuse me, it is serious, but it's to the point of where people are going to start like losing their the way that they did things. I'm pretty sure anybody who did entertainment in the past and did it on a regular, they're not gonna. I can guarantee it. I can probably see it. They're not gonna have the same punch to them that they had before this happened.
Well, I, I don't know. I'm going to remain optimistic. I disagree only for the fact that I feel that weather's going to start breaking. It's going to start getting nice out. People are going to, people are naturally going to go out because they've been cooped up inside. They're going to get back to working, and they're going to get into the swing of things, and they're going to have to catch up on some bills and do things like that. But nothing's going to replace live entertainment. You could, no offense to the people. Listen, I give credit to them. All the people who are doing these live Facebook shows, and some of these guys, like, I got to tell you, some of the music stuff. John Piazza was doing some DJ stuff,
yes.
and all cool stuff. I think that things are going to get back to normal better than people think, because look, we have a hard time right now of keeping people inside, and they're supposedly under shelter in place. I mean, when the gates open, what's going to stop them from going out? Now, that being said, I don't think they're going to be shoehorned next to each other immediately.
Listen,
but I do think people will go back out. You still can't beat the fun of going to a bar or a restaurant or a live comedy show or a music event or something like that. So I think we'll only be as restricted as we allow it to happen. I don't think people need to, go over the top and say, like, we're losing our civil liberties and our freedoms and all that. This isn't about that. This is all, I'm sorry, maybe I don't watch enough X-Files, I guess, but this to me is just about precautionary health measures. I don't think they're trying to rewrite the Constitution and take away our civil liberties and it's not 1984. We're not trapped in a novel where they're going to take away everything from us, and I'm going to believe that until otherwise. Now, that being said, the first time I go to one of your comedy shows and see you perform, I'm going to wish we were under quarantine again. But
you're such a prick.
It is what it is.
Listen, the one thing that actually aggravates me is the people who didn't need to be out when this thing started, that went out to do their shopping. I watched a 50-year-old, 55-year-old, I'm not discriminating your age bracket.
Hey, easy, fella.
Okay, fine.
Easy.
Just for argument's sake, we'll make him 10 years older. A 65 to 68-year-old woman with her little handbag online at a Home Depot to get what? Potting soil? Stay the hell home. What did you need to be out for? What was the purpose of going out?
What were you getting? What were you buying?
At that point, essential workers. Why are you out to stay home? Don't get me wrong. This is the best. I love the LIE. It's the never-ending, Yom Kippur or Hanukkah holiday that's been going on, because those are the only holidays on the LIE that are clear. It's been like there's been no traffic, which hurts me. Because,
wait a minute. Are you going? Let's not be anti-Semitic here. I mean, the views of Jeff Bosey in no way reflect.
Oh, absolutely not. The views of
I'm telling you right now. The guy he's gone off the reservation on his own, and I don't think we need to start putting down other religions, Mr. Bosey. That's just wrong.
But the thing is, there's been no traffic. There's been nobody, and it should remain that way. It should have been clear to just whether it's the people who are involved medically with the nurses, the doctors, any of those people should be moving around. Anybody that's involved with that production or whatever it might have been, something like that should have been out. Absolutely. Nobody else that needs to go ahead and get their daffodils ready to be planted for spring should have been out. They should have been home.
What were you doing? What were you doing at Home Depot?
Well, I needed some poinsettias also.
You're such a dick. You're like, that 68-year-old lady took my spot online and the last tulips.
Poinsettia bush, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So now, How about you? What have you been doing to deal with quarantine life?
Oh, this has been, well, first of all, let me begin by saying we've been playing, we probably had about 5 or 6 games of Phase 10, this card game, and I've got my ass whooped every one of them. I spend a lot of my time, we've been getting groceries delivered through that ship.com. So This is great. You go in and you put a list in and you fill up your cart. And then every 15 minutes for a day and a half, you have to keep logging in to try to find a delivery window. so that's fun. I've been doing a lot of cooking. I like to cook, so I've been doing barbecuing and some indoor cooking and a little use the smoker. So I've been getting by on that. And believe it or not, I'm not leaving for work every day like you, but I have the office in the house, and I've been doing a couple of hours every day, mostly service work for my clients, and a little bit of sales. Not much going on right now, but I have been getting a little bit of work done. And other than that, I gotta be honest, man. A lot of reading, TV, and I'm up to $33 million on WPT poker, and that's about it.
Well, so far I'm up to level 86 on Candy Crush. Just don't get me wrong, okay?
You know what? I might be one of the few people on Earth that never played Candy Crush or Angry Birds.
Well, listen,
never,
I mean,
not one.
I got to do something to pass the time away in between my masturbation sessions.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that isn't taking you long. Especially the way your technology skills are. I know you're not going online for it.
No, God forbid that ever happened. I'd be like, how do you? I hear everyone talking about this Pornhub. I still can't find it anywhere on the interweb.
You're the only guy in 2020 who's still using a still life photo to whack off to. Pretty sad. Just very sad.
Listen, I recently just got done doing one of my Dr. Fedora videos, and I actually put on as a bill Playboy subscription as far as one of my bills. Who is still ordering Playboy in the mail? Who?
Well, more importantly, wait, the Dr. Fedora videos, what did the government hire you to make torture videos for Guantanamo? What are you doing with those? Did we lose Jeff Bezos? You're right over there? That's some cough you got going.
Oh, shit. They're not that bad. Videos aren't that bad. I mean, come on.
Listen,
I mean,
do you know when Tim was in the hospital, he said the only thing that kept him alive was the fact that the last thing he didn't want to remember was seeing you in that fedora.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. So, but either way, listen, I've been going ahead. I made a character, Dr. Fedora. Go ahead, put on the hat, put on the oversized white shirt, because that's when I was probably even fatter. Turned into a character. It's pretty decent, and he pretty much hits the, certain topics that have been going on with everyday America. I mean, I still see people complaining that they're not getting their stimulus check. What's that about?
I don't know. I don't get one. I didn't get one, so I can't. I would love to get one.
Why didn't you get one? I mean, come on. You're a upscale guy that has a job. I mean, come on.
I can't do unemployment because technically I'm working.
Okay.
Even though I'm not making money, but I'm technically employed.
Okay.
And I wasn't. My son was too old for me to get any kid money, and I didn't qualify for the 1,200. So
wow.
Basically, what I'm saying in a roundabout way is, can I come over for DiGiorno?
Anytime you want, buddy, you're allowed over my house. Just put on one of the masks and that outfit that Marty McFly wore during Back to the Future.
Yes. That's a good one. So, Bose, yes. I have a little quiz for you for quarantine.
Oh shit! This is where listen. I just get done telling you it took me 6 years to finish high school. Now you're gonna give me a quiz?
Well, not really a quiz, just some questions that I'm, that people, inquiring minds want to know, because believe it or not,
inquiring minds. You mean you?
Most of the comedy community on Long Island always. I mean, usually, I think before anyone responds to anything, they always say, "What would your Posey do?" That's a common answer, amongst the entertainment on Long Island. So first, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get back to doing comedy, have you written any new material during this quarantine, or will you have the same sad set as you had before it shut down?
believe it or not, I actually have gone ahead. I have a couple of new things, and I have been able to. And then I have my neighbor yelling in the background, going, "We're in quarantine," in case you haven't had the memo. I and I wonder if they're watching right now. I don't know, but either way, I have rewritten some of my other material to. Yeah, I've watched my sad videos of stuff that I've done in the past. I was like, let's change a couple of the words around and everything. So I've been doing my homework. I haven't. I'm not going to give the same bullshit that I usually give. I mean, I'm trying, and then you know,
Okay.
yeah. So the answer is yes. I have done some homework. I've done some homework.
Okay. So wait, I just want to. So just to be clear, during the sad, depressing quarantine, you've compounded your misery by watching some of your comedy shows.
Well, yeah, you have to go ahead and you have to see where, like all the parts where they didn't laugh, which is pretty much like, 98% of the whole set.
That's probably the equivalent of Renee watching your wedding video. It's got to be torture, absolute torture. Okay, so
yeah, go ahead. Next
so
question,
far,
my dear friend. Go ahead.
All right. I want to know the top 3 things you've seen, virtual, during on social media, whatever, in the comedy world, the best 3 things you've seen or watched during this quarantine.
Well, I'm not one for the shit that people make up, the memes or whatever the hell it is. I'm not so much for that.
Right.
I am impressed with some of the comedians that have pulled it together to try to still keep entertainment, let people know that they're still alive,
Yep.
whether it be inside or that or figuratively.
Yep.
I enjoyed. You have Joey Cola. I've watched his thing.
Yep.
The Domestic Disturbance, they're a great bunch. Unfortunately, it took them a little while because all 3 of them had to catch, the COVID.
Yep.
You have a couple of other. What was it? Steven puts out something. Steven Rocco Perillo, he puts out something. Paul Veneer, Rich. Oh my God, Rich and
Chris Monty.
Chris Monty. Pardon me. Yeah, those
Yep.
two putting out. They
Yep.
recently put out two episodes so far of
Yep.
their Everything Old is New Again,
Yep.
and just even
You
watching
know
those two
how
things.
funny were those?
I love those. Those were
They're
great.
great.
They
Yep.
were absolutely, like I said. I mean, I think I laughed the fact of the fiction of it that in the second episode where Rich Walker would last a little bit longer than Monty in the cat house.
Oh, the funeral one was at the wake was pretty funny.
Oh my! I just saved a whole bunch of money on my. That was priceless. Those two together are amazing. So I enjoy watching when people go ahead and they take the time to they hunker down. You get to see who they are versus like what they're supposed to be and viewed on stage. That and or they're still trying to bring the funny. I'm not amazed by all the memes about the Tiger King or the political memes that we got going on. I'm not impressed. I mean, at bare minimum, it gets eh, that's it. That's all you're gonna get out of me. You're not gonna get a whole like that was no, you're not. Because it's like a presentation from like a 6-year-old doing one of those dioramas. That's all it is for me.
Well, I made notes of a couple of the things that I saw that were unbelievable. The Walker Monty things are great because they're short and they're freaking funny.
Yes.
Vic DiBitetto posted 2 of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh my God, him too.
About the airlines and about the bailout. I mean, just you could watch them on a loop. They're just hysterical. And another guy that I'm Facebook friends with. I don't know him very well personally, but I've seen him perform. He's freaking hilarious. But he posts some of the funniest things, which is Mick Thomas. There's a couple where he's posted some things, and I'm actually find myself just like laughing, looking at reading them and just laughing. I mean, they're funny, and
he's kind of a dark guy. He really is.
He's fucking hilarious, man. I mean, he's really good. But so So I've been keeping busy with those. The other stuff, we watched. We did the Ozark.
Right.
We're all caught up on that. We watched Tiger King, which
God.
was a dumpster fire, but okay, I had to watch. Everybody else did. Don't Fuck with Cats was better, I thought. Yep. Did you watch that one?
Like I said, listen, if you can't catch my interest in your first episode or your pilot, if you do not catch my interest then, you're dead to me for whatever else you produce. Like I got past one episode of Gotham. Oh my God, let me not introduce now let me go ahead and kill all the nerds out there. Go, you don't watch Gotham? No, I watched one episode. It's trash. I'm not watching it. It's done. It's over with. I watched 1,000 Batman movies. Michael Keaton and this other asshole and that asshole. I'm done. I'm finished. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you saw it. Don't Fuck with Cats is 3 episodes, and it was great. It was way better than I thought than Tiger King.
Wait, hold on. Was that a documentary
we watched some cool
with Paul Bond?
I don't think he was in it.
Okay.
but it was very cool. It was really good. You'd like it. You could have somebody grown up explain it to you too if you get lost on anything. So, but you would like it.
Thank you, you prick.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, we got Mikey Keegan and say hi to Greg DiFilippo who wonders if Jeff has daddy issues.
Thank you. I'm glad you're able to read the comments. Listen, first off, I want to thank everybody and anybody that bothered to go ahead and tune into this train wreck with me and Rich, because it took me forever to try to figure out, with a lot of help from my good friend Tim. Hopefully he allows me to call him a good friend. And then, then I get to have Rich in the background going like, ha, you're an idiot. Not participating at all, but yet having the time to call me an idiot. So everybody and anybody, whether it's Keegan and DiFilippo, Carla, whoever's watching, because I can't do the two things at once. I can't be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and if you know what, if I get the whole like, oh, screw yourself, I'll get it. I can't be like Bonnie on Three's Company going. I can't do it. I can't do two things at once. I can't. It's either I'm talking or I'm doing
you were okay. First of all, Tim was right. You're at best, your computer is like a combination of a speak and spell and an etch a sketch. And I don't know what your service is.
With me.
You either have dial-up service and your phone is like cans and string or something, but I mean, he couldn't have given you the directions any simpler. And let's face it, there's a reason you aren't in IT.
So exactly. And the sad part is, what I do for a living deals with some portion of electronics. Thank God it doesn't apply to like using a laptop. Like, listen, I'm lucky if I clock in and I get going on to my timesheet correct.
You know what? I'd like to tell you I'm surprised, but I've known you for a while now, so none of this is shocking. Anyone who's met you twice knows that this is all possible. So I'm just saying, what I'm shocked about is that Tony Walker answered your phone call, that they continuously invite you back for these things.
I'm amazed too. I was like, listen, when I got the when I got asked like, hey Jeff, can you? I was like, wait a minute, you know my name?
So Jeff, what's your prediction? All kidding aside,
yes.
If I had to say to you, Jeff, when do you think? Boom. What date do you think we're going to be with a bunch of friends at a comedy show?
I'm going to say they're going to try to open up stuff, but I say before anybody on my level in the comedy industry gets back on stage again to do any show, it probably won't be till I want to say October, November, easily.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because the summertime, everyone wants to. Listen, the summertime, the live entertainment industry is dead anyways to begin with during the summertime. So people are going to sit there and want to go to the beaches, go to whatever, all the Long Islanders. Where do they retreat to? The Hamptons, Montauk Point, or maybe in your case, Fire Island. But
Thanks.
uh, listen.
Well,
Actually, throughout the show, I was going to have to zing you at one moment.
yeah.
Um,
You don't
but
think
they're going to
you
want to
think
go out. They're going to
October,
want to do
November?
things. They're going to want to hang out with their friends and family and barbecue and hug one another and be next to each other. They don't want to get cramped up. And I mean, they're going to want to, but it's not going to be as busy as what it's supposed to be. So I say not until like October, November to where it's supposed to be again.
Well, the only thing I'll add to that is I think that there's going to be some some value added for maybe less experienced comedians, but who are good bringers, because I think that's going to be more important than ever.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about experienced guys that show up and they get stage time because they're really good, and they already they already cut their teeth and they're ready to go. Yeah. But I'm talking about like the guys like us, the hacks who could show up and people say you want to be on my show because you could bring 6, 8, 12, 30 people, whatever. The bringer guys are going to be
6, 8, 12, 30. I love the numbers.
Well, they're going to be, no, it's going to be important because you're going to want to get, you're going to want to put some fannies in the seats.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but to your point about October, November, it's not the worst thing in the world because honestly, if you don't go on stage again until November, you'll definitely have one more joke, one new one. Definitely.
You're such a prick.
And it might even.
I don't even understand how I've been able to hang with you this long. My God. See, that's why, folks. That's why he has the governor's thing with him on stage in the background. And what do I got? I got pictures of people I don't even know who the hell they are, really, and some crappy curtains that came from like a shoebox from down the block. I don't know.
Yeah, you had some crafty artwork going there. So Jeff, what time we got? What time are we on till?
I believe we have about. I don't know. I guess we'll get the blessing from Tony Walker.
Okay.
Or Gina Katemi Coffin or whoever is on watching. I believe we have about another like 8 more minutes or so, if even.
We got. Let's see. Greg, Rich is not participating in the Miss Fire Island. No, I'm not in the Miss Fire Island. Thank you for noticing that I would be a good candidate, though, Greg. I appreciate that. I don't know what the beach ladies look like where he lives, but if he wants me in that contest, he's got problems. So we let's see what else. Also, people saying 2022 is when they don't think there's going to be good comedy back till 2022. I totally disagree. It'll definitely be this year, and it'll be sooner rather than
2022.
Yeah.
Listen, I know for a fact, real quick, 2020 is dead.
No way. No way. No way.
Even as for a financial standpoint view, tell me that 2020 isn't dead.
No. Nope. What do you say financial? What do you mean financial? You mean
the United States in a whole?
No way.
No How way. Not?
Because I'll tell you a couple of reasons. Economically, the country was not. I mean, I know it's weird because obviously we shut down for 2 weeks and the place went into total chaos. But 22 million people filed for unemployment in a 3-week period. A lot of those jobs are going to come back. The government, in whatever capacity, they're not going to let all these small businesses fail. They just can't let them fail. So that's
People have closed up, put the for sale sign. Get ready
listen,
for the biggest real estate boom to hit the planet.
Listen, look, here's the thing. It's so much easier to be Chicken Little and say the sky is falling every single time. They thought when I worked in Manhattan in 1987, when the market Black Monday, everyone thought it was the end of the world. Guess what? Didn't happen. 90 something, when the tech bubble burst, everybody went into a panic. It was going to happen. 01 after the Trade Center. Oh my God, it's the end of civilization. The mortgage meltdown, 08, 09, everybody panicked. It's going to be the end of civilization again. We're going to get through this. This is not going to be the defining moment in the economy of the world and the United States. People are going to consume. People are going to buy cars. People are going to go away again. People are going to buy DiGiorno pizza, and stuff like that. We're going to get there.
I got to disagree, and I'll tell you a reason why. Okay. Yes, we'll give you an instant. We'll give you 9/11, which every single politician and idiot in the planet has referred to this virus as a 9/11 incident. God help them. May they shove a pencil in their goddamn eye for bringing
How is
that
that?
up. How do you compare a worldwide virus to two buildings coming down from idiots that wanted to cause threat and destruction? It's totally different. Even on
Jeff,
an economical
Jeff,
standpoint view, because let me tell you the reason why. Okay, this is what pisses me off. Okay, is the fact that it's countrywide. I mean, it's to the point of where places have closed. This is the entire United States. This have hit sections of the planet other than just the United States, where we all think that we're the center of the universe, but we're not. Okay,
we
and
we are.
but the thing is that it's happened widespread, and like not only that, it's instilled a fear not just in New Yorkers in a whole, but it's to the point of where now rules have been set in place to where every single one, you, me, everyone has to now put a mask on before we go into a store. Did that happen during 9/11? Did that happen during the electronic boom, whatever it is, whatever anything, or 2000, whenever anything? No, we have been all now forced to be putting on something to protect ourselves against a virus that will harm
Temporary.
us and kill us. But we're being
It's
told what to
temporary.
do. So mentally,
We're
it's
not
screwed
going to be
with everybody.
but we're not going to be wearing masks. I mean, listen, should you be wearing a mask all the time? Absolutely.
Yes,
But
absolutely, I should be.
everyone else isn't going to be wearing a mask forever. I mean, some guys it's for aesthetic purposes, other people it's for medical. With you, it's for everyone else's
It's to
benefit that
make
you wear
sure
a
people
mask.
don't go blind. Got it.
Right, right. But look, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying Memorial Day everything's going to be back. I don't want to be the mayor from Jaws. What I'm saying is that we're going to get through this, and I think that I think things are going to bounce back. Because here's my optimistic take.
Yeah.
People are going to appreciate what they weren't able to do a lot more. Now that being said, if I'm out and I see the three people next to me sitting at a table having a bite to eat and they're staring at their cell phones, they deserve to get the taste smacked out of their mouth because they were just in their house for 5 weeks with no social, engagement, and they're going to be, stuck on their phone. I think people should be a little bit more, happy to be out when this goes down. And I think now I'm not saying they're going to shoehorn people into a tight room and things are going to be full capacity right away, but it's going to happen. I think I think we always underestimate the resiliency of people after a crisis. We're going to get back through this, and we're going to. Now, that being said, all of everything I'm saying goes out the window if Tony Walker does another set of comedy. So let me just caveat that. If Tony Walker retires from comedy.
Okay, so the basis of the entertainment industry coming back to life is all due to so long as he just stays at GovsRadio doing his thing and doesn't hit the main stage.
I mean, you can't have a guy flip his leg up and use it for a snack table in the middle of a comedy set and expect things to go on normal. You just can't.
That freaked me the hell out. I just want you to know that. When he did the whole thing of and flipped it, freaked
Dude,
me out. Oh,
let me ask you a question.
yeah.
How many times have you tried to do that since you've been home?
At least 8. Listen, let's give a recognition to another person real quick.
Yep.
And who still keeps on trying to do things. Anthony Rodia. He's another guy that's been trying to put out his videos. Also, he does a fantastic job. Also, he came and did a quarantine special comedy. Like I said, he still tries to do also. Like you said, you have every comedian, entertainer also that are trying to go out there and give their best. Like me and you, we're trying to give our best. And listen, but I think it's time for us to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my glass up to you. What's left of it? Cheers.
Woo!
And
what are you drinking?
Hopefully we get through this.
What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm having my classic Jack and Coke, but lately there's been more Jack in this because I kept on pouring every time you broke my balls. If you noticed that.
Well, wow.
So cheers to everybody who viewed. Thank you very much.
Hey, yeah. Listen, everybody, stay healthy. Thanks for having us on short notice. I mean, there's worse ways to spend an hour, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So. Apologies. Hey, also, while we're mentioning some people, another guy that we missed, Jeff, that I don't know if you caught some of his live stuff, but he's such a good guy. Les Deegan doing some really good stuff from the house. I mean, talk about versatile, right? I mean, he looks like, I'm not going to lie, he looks like shit for a 30-year-old guy, but he's pretty talented.
Listen,
he's done good stuff.
We all believe that the cure to the coronavirus lies within Les Deegan's tears.
Wow.
But listen, what I do want to tell everybody is as soon as this all clears up and Governors, the club, and GovsRadio opens up for business again, me and Rich, I don't know which way I'm pointing or whichever, but down that way. No, I don't know. Down that way. I don't know. But either way, we will have a show called No Rhyme, No Reason, and we will have our shit together a little bit more so than we already do.
No, we won't.
Okay.
But I mean, we could. We're going to say we have our shit together, but it's basically going to be like a combination of Graz's show and a dumpster fire.
Well, maybe it could be a little bit, more so of the, what we got it together. Let's give some people some hope.
All right, fair enough.
So, but other than that, thank you very much. I'm Jeff Bosey.
And Rich Rada.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great day and be safe, everybody.
Thanks, Tony Walker.
Thank you very much, Tony and Sally. Thank you.